meeting is being recorded.
Woo. All right. I'm going to give it a few more seconds as people are kind of trickling in here. It's so good to see everybody. I know it's hard to share energy over Zoom, but I see you all. We're so glad you're here. All right. So we're going to get started. If you haven't met me before, I'm Erin Frye. I'm the Director of Programs and Outreach with CultureWorks. And I'm so glad to see your faces. It's 11. You've hopefully had some coffee by now. You're up and moving and shaking and changing the region as you always do. And today we're just gonna be going through some awesome slides showing you our new refreshed evergreen brand for artoberVA this year, and also chatting through the toolkit and just a couple of other things. So we have about 50 people here on Zoom. So what we're gonna wanna do is make sure we stay muted until we get to a place in the conversation where we are going to be sharing some best practices and things like that. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. And Piper, thank you so much for managing this. If you are ready, you can pop to the next slide. Okay, so if you can see the screen share, which hopefully everyone can, you'll see our new poster. And our poster is going to be popping up all around town and also available for you to pick up at our office next week. So there's also a coloring sheet version of it that we're going to make printable and downloadable. But our main focus is on that poster on the left. When you scroll over the QR code, you'll be taken to the artoberVA website and the calendar specifically. So that will switch over on October 1st. Right now, it still looks like our normal CultureWorks Arts and Culture calendar. But on October 1st, it will be Artober to the max. We could go on. Hooray, social media. We have some awesome new promo images for your cover photo on your Facebook page, or on your, you can also use these on your e-blast, but we have another version of that too. But this is something that can just add a little extra flair to your social media pages, kind of saying, okay, Artober's here and we're part of it. Keep on scrolling. Great. And then we have these, additional cover images and social media promo images. And again, they can be used in an e-blast or any kind of header that where you would like to indicate, like, hey, this is happening. I'm part of this wonderful celebration of arts and culture over the next month, and we want you to join us and jump in. And keep on scrolling. And here are those specific to e-blast, cover photos as well. And so they have the new logo. We've had the same logo for 6 years, and it's served us really well. This is just kind of a new, modern, more spruced up version for the 7th year and beyond. Keep going. Yeah, and that's just all of them once again. Keep rolling through. Great. So these are some of our social media promo images that are specific to Instagram stories. So if you are someone who loves to use Insta to promote your work and promote what you're doing at your wonderful organizations, we would encourage you to use these as part of that. And you can pop a story up that says, my event is coming up on October 10th. It's part of artoberVA, tag us, and then have like the next story slide be one of these, just an idea. And then that way it's kind of an indication of it's part of artoberVA in a deeper way. Keep on going. And this is our beautiful bingo board. We usually have a key takeaway piece throughout artoberVA each year. And this year it will be a bingo board that will also be you'll be able to pick up from our office. And so you'll see on the front, there is, well, either way, it could be the front or the back, but there is a bingo board with a bunch of different ways to jump into arts and culture throughout the month listed in the boxes. So we're hoping it's easy to get bingo. We know that it might not be possible to, complete all 24 activities throughout the month. But maybe we have some overachievers, and the goal would be that, not only would people really, get involved in arts and culture throughout the month, but that they would actually become more ingrained in the community of arts and culture year round. So maybe they try out something on this beautiful bingo board, and then they decide, okay, I want to be a dancer. I want to jump in and help with the Art for the Journey's efforts in, with incarcerated women. Or so we've included some things about volunteering and some other cool things on the bingo board this year. Then when you click or scroll over the QR code, same thing, takes you to the calendar. And there's some information on there about Artober and about CultureWorks, and then our wonderful financial partners are listed on the side of the piece. So we're hoping that'll be a fun thing for you to have in hand, and you can pick those up next week at the office, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. And keep on going. All right, so last year you might have become aware of our window clings. This is a new interactive thing that we're doing to promote artoberVA, and one really powerful way to show people that arts and culture is not just living but thriving in your organization, in your building, in your car is to have a window cling up that says arts and culture live here. So we have window clings that are adhesive from the front and back. It'll be from the front for the window cling that you see here that goes inside of a big window, a big space to, kind of show off your involvement in artoberVA. And then on the next slide, you'll see the car clings, and that will be adhesive from the back. So you actually place it on to the car window from the outside. And so these will be coming in next week as well for pickup, and they'll be also handed out at our artoberVA events. So just a great opportunity to promote without doing much more than popping a cling on your window. Keep on going. We're rolling through. So we have some beautiful buttons. And we can keep on going from here, but we usually have buttons. They're always a great hit. And move on to the next slide. And then we're really, really excited about these temporary tattoos. At least I am personally. We haven't been able to really use temporary tattoos over the past couple of years, maybe a little bit, but in 2019, my first year, we were really engaging with especially youth and young people through the temporary tattoos. We were able to kind of catch them at events and place them on their hands or help them to, apply them. And over the past few years with the pandemic, obviously that's been harder. So, and sometimes not safe. So we just haven't done it to be safe. And now, we're still in that situation where we want to be safe and careful, but we do want to be handing these out to folks and getting them to get excited about artoberVA by literally putting a temporary tattoo on their body saying, I love arts and culture, or artoberVA 4 times in different colors. So we're pretty happy about these, and they'll be at the events and in your promo packets if you come and stop by and pick them up next week. And keep going. Okay, awesome. We're gonna have some beautiful sandwich boards at different events that share welcome to an artoberVA event. Keep on going. And then here you'll see our website. So I think if you click on that text, Piper, right there, you should be perfect, directed to the actual page. We have a refreshed artoberVA webpage, and then we also have a refreshed toolkit. So typically, if that didn't work, you can just pull up the website, artoberVA.com. So typically we have a toolkit that is in PDF form. Here we are. And you can just start to kind of slowly scroll down. This is live, so if this isn't serving you to see it on the share screen, you can actually pull it up right now on the screen next to you. Or yeah, so we have our recaps here under like kind of the blog, where a blog would be. We've actually, you know, consolidated the recaps. They used to be their own pages, and we're not sure that that's the best way to get people engaged. So we have them as part of the blog. Experience artoberVA. Some different ways to jump in. We have our beautiful team member Shelby wearing our t-shirt that is our fundraiser for artoberVA with Bonfire, and a local artist, Aja Quartz, actually designed this with Studio 23. So we love it. It's still on sale, and lots of different colors. Check it out. And then we have information about Arts Hunt RVA. And a link to the website. And then we have our financial partners and a feed from our Instagram, which will be very robust throughout the month. At the moment, it's still, you know, kind of holding on to a lot of things from last year, but pretty soon it'll be artoberVA all day. And if you want to scroll to the toolkit. So as I was starting to say, the toolkit is typically in a PDF, and we've gotten mixed reviews over the years from you all, actually, and about use of the toolkit. And sometimes, you know, we would hand it out in a printed form, or we would have it downloadable from the PDF. And we're not sure that that's, you know, we're thinking that's not the best way to engage you and give you easy access to information about artoberVA all in one place. So it's now on the website, and it's not there as a PDF, it's there as its own section on the website. So it's under artoberVA on the navigation, and then toolkit. And as you scroll down, you'll see all of those blue boxes there. They take you to, you know, they hyperlink, they take you right down to the spot that you're looking for. So focus areas, if you click on that, it'll take you to that section. And then you're reminded of, you know, pop-ups, family-friendly collaborations, and new locations are for focus areas. And if you scroll back up, I promise I won't make you do the whole thing. I'll go through 8 boxes, but just want you to see the different boxes there. Share your story is a way that you can engage with Piper, who, if you haven't met her, she's under the CultureWorks name here. And maybe just wave real quick, Piper, to everybody. Thank you. And she's our marketing communications guru. She is just brilliant, and she's here to write all of the stories and share all of the posts and all of the things about your amazing work. She wants to talk about you and what you're doing in the community. So one way that you can connect with her is to click on submit your story, and there's a possibility that she'll feature you or talk about something that you're doing throughout the month. And if not throughout October, then throughout the year through our spotlights. And we'll go back up to those blue boxes and we'll stay here for a sec. Okay, use the calendar as you would imagine. You click on it and it takes you to the arts and culture calendar. And again, that will become artoberVA focused on October 1st. So if you see it now and you think, why this is not October, that's because it's not October 1st yet. So it still has all of the events and information that you're looking for listed. Be a Champion is, you know, we've always had folks on board officially or unofficially as champion partners for artoberVA. And these are people, really 52 of you that are here right now, you are champion partners. The fact that you're here on this call, the fact that you're engaged with CultureWorks, that we know each other, and if we don't, we will. We know each other's organizations. You are already a champion, and you're our best advocates for artoberVA. And if anyone is brand new to artoberVA on this call, just a quick little blip. artoberVA is a month-long celebration of arts and culture in the region, the Tri-Cities and Richmond region. And our goal as CultureWorks is to elevate and share and, invite and inspire folks to become parts of arts and culture. So when I say elevating arts and culture, that means what Piper's doing, which is spotlighting different organizations and their work, showcasing you and your artists and your mission and your programs. And also on the other side of that, it's a great opportunity for you to also use the artoberVA brand to kind of elevate your brand throughout the month, because we have been around for 7 years. So this is something that, artoberVA has been around for 7 years. So this is something that people are starting to understand is part of the fabric of our community. And you are the reason that that's possible. So we would love for you to be a champion. And you really already are. So not much more on that. Our themes, this is really exciting. I think it's just right there, Piper. Yeah, connect, uplift, and ignite. I won't read every word, but we do have information here about our theme for 2022. We've had unofficial themes throughout the years. And this year we just decided to really put it on paper and make it public and make it part of our messaging. So connecting, building stronger communities through the power of shared arts and culture experiences, finding common ground, collaborating and connecting around creative expression, freedom, and passion, and uplift, amplifying the voices and projects and work of diverse and impactful artists and cultural organizations, because lifting up arts and culture elevates the community and region as a whole. And I guess I am going to read it all because it's really important. Ignite. Inspiring art lights up and encourages us to be bold and expressive, to keep passing the torch. It is all around us, from the smallest moments of creativity to the largest scale movements. Experiencing arts and culture liberates us. So those are just some phrases and key words that we're keeping in mind throughout the month, and we'd love for you to as well. And all of our key messaging is going to kind of tie back to those themes and throughout the month. And if you can scroll back up, we're almost through all of the blue buttons. In-person and virtual is just going to describe the difference. We already know. We're very familiar now. And promote on social is going to have, that's actually a really important one. If you click on that, you'll be able to catch a Dropbox. One of the most important things on this page is I think I just saw Phil Crosby. I didn't read it fully, but I think you said something about can you get a program or something to use year round. I think you might have meant logos. And yep, cool. Yep, Scott's answering the question. So I'll answer it too. When you click on download files here under use artoberVA logos and templates, you'll receive, access to all of the things that we just showed you. Not everything. You don't need sandwich boards, right? But the logos and the CultureWorks logos and social shares. So that is what you need to really thrive throughout Artober from a marketing and promo perspective. Awesome. And the last thing is to contact us. So there's just a blue button there that says contact us, and you'll be able to access and get involved with what we're doing. So I'm almost finished with my time, communicating with you, but the most important thing really is to know that artoberVA is so much beyond just promoting events and experiences. So promoting events and experiences is a big part of what we're doing, and that's so important. But on a deeper level, we really want the communities that we serve to know and recognize that arts and culture is accessible. We try to make sure that when we include events on our calendar, that they're free as much as possible, or at a reasonable cost, certainly to pay artists and such, that they are, we love to look for if they're on the bus line. Are they, can you get there on a bike? Is there parking, just anything that we can find out that makes it easier for the community to know that it's possible to access these things. Just even from people not knowing that there are $10 tickets to see the symphony, right? Like that is not common knowledge. People assume that it's just, it's not possible for them financially to access something like that, but it is. And so anything that we can do to help promote any of your programming that is accessible and inclusive and free, or at a reasonable fee for all, we would love to. And that is, that's one piece. The other piece is that, you know, arts and culture is the fabric of our community. I said it earlier, but what you all do, the community would have had a much, much, much harder time over the past 2.5 years without arts and culture guiding and providing a guiding light, providing hope, providing healing, providing opportunities for people to express themselves, to be inspired in a time when actually there was not much inspiration happening around us. And there was a lack of cohesion and a lack of a sense of community. What you do brings people together. So just thank you so much for everything you do. Thank you for being part of this. On another note, we bring accessible experiences into underserved communities. So as part of our artoberVA, we'll be visiting a better housing community and bringing the Richmond Jazz Society with us to play standards and potentially have a craft experience and opportunity for folks to socialize in a safe way. So yeah, we're still very much embedded in the community, just like you are. And we love to hear about everything you're doing, and what you do makes a difference every single day. And your impact is reaching much further than you may even realize. So that's it from me. And I think that people are being responded to in the chat, but I will take a look at the questions here to see if there's anything. I think it seems like, thanks, Cindy. I love that response, Scott. So the bingo card is for pride, not prize. So there's no prize at the end. We're just excited. We want people to engage. Just quickly.
Thanks, Erin. Maybe while the next section is going, you can take a look and see if there's any other questions that we haven't addressed and respond to others as they come up. I wanted to go back and touch on one thing that Erin talked about and ties into a question that I think it was Jennifer talked about, or no, I'm sorry, Heather asked about, is submitting your event on the calendar the best way to be part of Artober? It's absolutely the best first start. I think Erin talked briefly through the idea of becoming an Artober champion, and on that section of the toolkit, there's a few really great ideas about ways that you can go beyond just submitting your event, and I'll just hit those again just for emphasis. One year we had somebody create this beautiful video. It was sort of a stop motion video about Artober. It was just something they did for fun, and it was independent, and that was extremely helpful. You can also, the other key thing you can do is share what we're doing on social media and share that on your social media to spread the word, just like we share your stuff on our social media. And if you have a post that you're doing during the month of October, or even coming up to Artober, be sure to tag at artoberVA. And I appreciate Phil's offer to add something into their program. Feel free to take the downloadables that we've got on the toolkit and use those as you see fit. All that is tremendous ways to be a part of artoberVA. And I think Erin talked about this some already, but I'll just reemphasize. So when we created artoberVA, the whole idea was to create a big enough buzz about arts and culture in the month of October that people felt like they absolutely had to be a part of it, and it creates so much excitement that people want to try something new and get into it. And I see right now, some folks are reporting issues getting into the toolkit, so we'll have to look into that. Apologies for that, Johnny. We'll get to work diagnosing that here pretty quick. But when you can get to it, be sure to check out the toolkit and all the different ways you can help build that buzz to get everyone excited about being a part of artoberVA and being a part of arts and culture. All right, so Phil, you can get into the toolkit, just can't find the downloadables. Is that right? Piper, can Can you share the toolkit screen and just show where the downloadables are, please? While I keep talking.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the link in the meantime, because I think they won't be able to see it anyways, just because of the link is broken, so.
All right. Well, my apologies, everyone, for the technical difficulties. We can send an email out to this group and let folks know, come back and try again. But some people, it seems, can get into the toolkit, so I'm not. It's a little confusing. Let's see. Let me go back to my agenda now. So as we go through all of this, our team is here to support you. I do want to point out, though, I have to thank Erin Frye for the tremendous work that she has done, not only in getting this year's artoberVA ready, but for the past 3 Artobers. She has been the one spearheading these efforts and has done an absolutely tremendous job. Unfortunately, Erin is not going to be here after Friday. She's going to be leaving CultureWorks and moving on to bigger things. So just join me in thanking Erin. Drop in your quick congrats or any of the messages to Erin. Really has made Artober what it is today. So thank you, Erin. But Piper and I and Daniel and Shelby, who's new to our team, we are all still here to help with that. And we are working to hire someone else to continue to lead our programs in the future. So more to come on that. But again, thank you, Erin. But know that she has done an excellent job setting us up for success. She gave us an excellent transition period to work through this transition. And I see all the messages of love pouring in. So thank you all for that. But have no fear, Erin has set us up for success, and we are it will continue to be a tremendous Artober celebration this year. On that note, I wanted to open this up. I know we've got some new faces on the call, but I wanted to open this up to the group to share what has worked well for you. Some of you have been doing different things over the course of Artober. Would love to hear if anyone's done anything that you found particularly fun or interesting or engaging. Would anyone like to share something or something that you found simple to do and a low lift but good impact? Don't everyone rush to the mic. Raise your hand on the screen if you have something you could share.
I have something.
Thank you, Cindy.
I just want to say that this is such just a shot in the arm to ignite, as your terminology is so perfect for this. All of us in the arts, it's just something to put on the calendar and make happen and drive us. So we actually just came up with some ideas because we're formulating a plan right now to engage. And thank you for all the work you put into this, because it will be a ripple effect. But also, it's so much fun. Thank you. It's all the tattoos and the car things and all the stuff you do. Well done. We're going to have a blast. It's going to be awesome. Yay, arts and culture. Thanks.
That's awesome.
Thanks, CultureWorks.
Thank you so much, Cindy. I appreciate you sharing that. Catherine Herndon, can I call you? Can I ask you to speak to your comment?
Sure. I'm with James River Writers, and we love putting Artober items into our conference bags. We have a big conference October 8th and 9th coming up at the Convention Center for writers. And, it's just a no-brainer as far as culture and writers connecting them. And since it is relatively early in the month, there's still plenty of time for people to check out things for the rest of the month that are going on. And we frequently get people from outside of Virginia, so it's a great way to sort of showcase the fact that we're all in Virginia for the arts. And I feel like people love like little buttons and little fun things inside the tote bag that are little surprises. So we love being a partner in that way.
Awesome. Thank you. Jennifer Guild, I see you saying, did you miss how we get the item? So we're going to have, we'll talk again at the end of this about times for folks to come pick stuff up at the office. But we will have dates for people to come in and pick those up. Sabrina, I see you here from the Richmond Ballet. I don't believe we've met, but I've worked with your peers in the past, and the ballet had some of the greatest videos, even though the ballet didn't have events in October, which is an important point. You don't have to have an event in October to take part in October. The ballet did some terrific video. They did like I want to say it was a boomerang video or some kind of fast motion video of. We used to do a spray chalk a stencil, and they did it on the side of their building. Those used to make great video. In the pandemic times, getting together like that, maybe for so long, is a little less ideal. So we didn't do stencils this year. But one fun thing that I'd love to see people do is taking pictures of your teams like around the window cling at your venue and post those to social media with a tag of, hey, artoberVA is coming, we're excited about it. That would be another fun idea to do. Or anything else, if you're putting up the posters or putting out, whatever about
Yeah, we
October.
can definitely do that. Thank you. Nice to
Awesome.
meet you.
Yeah. Nice to meet you. Anything else folks want to share about October? Well, hopefully that gives you some ideas. Do check out that champion page about some ideas that you could do. And if you're stuck and you're not sure what to do, give us a call, give me a call, give Piper a call, and we can help you brainstorm on things you might be able to do to take October to the next level, to engage your patrons that much more in arts and culture. I guess the one thing I wanted to add about the buzz about this, like this is one of those things that will lift all boats, right? So if the more buzz we all create about artoberVA, it's not just putting eyeballs on artoberVA, it's putting eyeballs on your organization and all the other organizations that are a part of it. Because eventually they're going to go, what is artoberVA? And then they go to the calendar and then they see not just your stuff, but this other person's stuff and this other organization's stuff and so on and so on. So the more we create the buzz, the more we get eyeballs on October overall, which means eyeballs on all of your events. Sorry, I'm looking at my agenda again. So I guess that brings us to how do you get your materials? We've got several days set up, and I sent an email about this out to organization leaders earlier this week. They are, and do we have a slide on this? I believe we do, don't we? Piper, if you could put that up, I think it's in the PDF. I will read them off.
Which slide did you want me to put up?
The one with the dates and times for picking up materials. Well, so it's next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday in Richmond, and then Friday in Petersburg. So Tuesday, September 20th, between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. here at the Culture Works office. And all three in Richmond are, there we go. Now I don't have to read them. But Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Sorry, can I jump in for a second?
Yeah,
the person from Lewis Ginter has had their hand up for a while, but I don't know what your name is. It just says Lewis Ginter.
Hi, thank you. I was just going to write it on the chat, but that's fine. And well, I just wanted to say I'm new to these events. This is my first meeting with all of you, but I'm curious if there's a way to collaborate between all of these organizations. Like I know it would be wonderful to partner and have some events together here at the Garden, not only in October, but throughout the year. I don't know if there's something already organized in the past.
So it's probably we're happy to try and help connect you if there's particular collaborations that you're interested in. If you want to email me, you can email me and tell me what you're looking to do, and I can try and connect you with certain folks. I also invite you to put your contact information in the chat, and if anybody's interested in reaching out, they can reach out to you directly. We love to see collaborations during October. It often does inspire those kind of things. So please do share your contact information and reach out to me for if you want to help connecting to certain organizations.
Great, thank you.
And what is your name? I'm sorry.
I'm Michelle Israel.
Michelle, very nice to meet you. Welcome.
Thank you.
All right, so we got materials pick up next week. Please do come out and see us. And if these times don't work for you, we can't do, we'd rather not have to custom, pick a time for everybody, but hopefully we can try and make these times work for most of you. If you just can't do it, but really want some stuff, email me or Piper, and we can find a way to make that work. Any questions about the package pickup? I can't see all the hands, so feel free to unmute if you.
Gaynell has had her hand up. Yeah.
Oh, Gaynell.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. This is Gaynell from VCU Dance and Choreography, VC School of the Arts. So I just wanted to respond to Michelle, and I got your information. We can talk. Our students are looking at doing a lot more of site-based work. We don't have anything scheduled for October, but we do have some other things coming up. I'll let you all know about in November at the Anderson Gallery and other places. So site-based work is really something that is intriguing for the students now for their capstone. And I know we're having something done in April at the Trail of the Enslaved Peoples. So Ginter Park might be another option, but we can talk about that if you like to. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gaynell, our Culture Works board member representative on the call. Thank you, Gaynell, for being a part of the call. All right. So, and in the Tri-Cities, so Daniel Jones is our Tri-Cities program manager. He's going to be at Restored Cup Friday for folks that want to pick up down there, so we can make it easier on the folks in the Tri-Cities. If you could email us ahead of time and let us know when you're coming, we'll have a better sense of volumes to be prepared. So would love it if, as the slide says, email Piper at piper@richmondcultureworks.org to let us know when you're coming. But feel free to drop by during those times. If your plans change, certainly feel free to drop by during any of those times. Catching up on the comments. Thank you, Laura. More collaboration opportunities out at Agecroft. The boards for the easels, Catherine, are limited, but we might be able to make that happen. If you want to call me, we can work out details on that. We don't have a bunch of those, but we have a few, and if we don't need them for another event, we'd be more than happy to share them. Any other questions about October? I'm really excited, and don't hang up yet. I've still got one more topic for you. But I'm really excited to work with all of you to make this October just another. To me, the momentum that I'm feeling in the community right now, this community is so ready for something as exciting as this. And all the arts and culture that has been pent up in people, and I feel like it's ready to explode. So I think it's going to be a great month, and I'm really excited to have all of you be a part of it. So thank you. While I have you all here, I wanted to do one more update. I know you've gotten a lot of emails from me over the past couple of months about October, but also about AEP 6. Arts and Economic Prosperity 6 is an economic impact study. CultureWorks led this with Americans for the Arts back in 2016 with many of you. There's two key components to AEP 6, and let me back up. So what does AEP 6 do? It measures the economic impact of nonprofit arts and culture across the country. For us, we're measuring it here in the Richmond and Tri-Cities region. When we did this back in 2016, we released the results in 2017 that showed that nonprofit arts and culture was a $360 million economic engine for the region. We are able to share that information with local leaders to encourage them to invest more in the arts. That's government leaders, business leaders, foundation leaders, as well as many individuals who are interested in that information. I know many of you have used the calculator that comes out of that analysis to enable you to calculate the economic impact of your individual organization and use that in funding requests and grant requests. It's time to update that information. We know that the pandemic has taken a toll on that economic engine, on all of you. But it's important that we measure where that economic engine is today, so we know how much that we need to invest in the arts and how much further we can go and even grow from where we were 5 years ago. So to do that, to take that new measurement, we are doing two things. Right now, we're collecting audience surveys. We need to collect 1,200 audience surveys between now and April of 2023. We started doing this in May, and we've collected, I want to say, about 350 so far. We're close to being on track, but we need a little more lift every month to stay on track. And so my request of you is to help collect those surveys during October, but also all year long. And so if you're having an event, reach out to us about getting you the materials that you need to ask people to take the survey. Early on, we learned, so we have a QR code kind of poster or a program insert that you can use. And folks did that early on, but they didn't do anything to encourage people to take the survey. They just put it in the program. And what we learned, or they had it posted, on a stanchion somewhere. And what we saw was you'd get maybe 2 or 3, if that, people that took the survey. What we need is someone to directly interface with the human beings and say, hi, we really need you to take this survey, and here's why. I've got a 60-second spiel that I can teach you how to do, if you're interested in doing that. The 60-second spiel then gets them to take the 1 to 2 minute survey. And we get such stronger response when you can have a human being ask another human being to take the survey. So we would greatly appreciate your help with that. Again, what I would ask you to do is email me if you're open to doing that. It is helpful if you can have your own volunteers do this or your own staff do that asking. We do have a limited number of volunteers though that we can send to collect those surveys as well. So don't let that stop you from offering up your events to collect those surveys. If we do send a volunteer, it's helpful if you could offer a comp ticket for us to entice our volunteers to come to your event and take the surveys. So we would greatly appreciate that as well. That is part one. Part one is the audience surveys. Part two is to collect organizational surveys from each of your organizations. That process will begin in January. You'll be getting emails from Americans for the Arts about taking those surveys. It is an extensive survey. I'm not going to lie. It's a lengthy survey, but the results are so meaningful and so important. I will ask you to make sure you prioritize that in January when it comes out. I will pause there. Any questions about arts and economic prosperity?
I don't have anything on that, but I do want to follow up on something else. So anybody have any questions about AEP 6 surveys? Okay. So the link situation, Johnny has been super helpful. Johnny Knuckles, thank you so much. So it's actually, everything is working with the Dropbox just fine. The link works, everything is downloadable to you all. It's actually, when you try to go through the navigation through artoberVA, about, and then into get involved and then toolkit, we just need to update that link. We were focused more on the, when you go to artoberVA and go down to toolkit, making sure that works. So just to clarify, for now, just use the drop down at the top, artoberVA, and go to toolkit, and you'll be able to grab the files from there just fine. And we will be changing that link, immediately. So that was on the about page, about artoberVA under get involved. The toolkit button was taking you to an error. So hopefully that clarifies, and thank you, Johnny, for helping with that.
Hey, Piper, could I ask you to share an internet screen and just demonstrate that, what Erin's talking about with the drop down? And so folks know we're talking about an about artoberVA page. You can type artoberVA.com and it will point you there too. So it's a lot easier. You can just go to artoberVA.com and it'll take you to an about page that we want the public to see. And then you can then you click on the drop down under the Artober header, and then you select toolkit. And that's the link that appears to be working. And we'll get the other one fixed.
Okay. So I believe both links are now working. I fixed the one on the about page too. So I will share this.
and just refresh before you try it, everyone, because I feel like we're gonna get a bunch of, it's not working still. Just refresh your browser and it will work. Okay.
So here we are on the about page, and this was the initial link that I believe was not working. This toolkit link on the about page. This should now be linked to the Dropbox, which this will be a different view for anyone who doesn't have a Dropbox account, but it will still be public facing. And then we go up here to the top to the toolkit page. And we scroll down to promote on social, where there's also a link to the Dropbox. This link is also working to navigate to the Dropbox to download. If anyone is still having problems with that, please let us know and I'll try to fix it as quickly as possible.
Awesome. Thank you for diagnosing that so quickly. Thank you, Johnny, for your help with that.
Mhm.
All right, I think that is all the content we had for today.
Sorry, may I make one suggestion?
Please.
Had I read that really tiny type better last time, I would have found that link on that page. But it's not highly intuitive when you want to just go download the files. Does that make sense? I had to scroll, you have to scroll through a lot of stuff about a toolkit before you actually get to the toolkit. So
The
just a
downloadable.
thought.
So maybe we can make that downloadable the focus area at the top of the website, potentially.
Thanks.
Thank you, Phil. We'll look at, we'll see if we can do that. All right. Any other thoughts, ideas, questions? Erin, anything we've missed?
No, just thank you all so much.
And thank you again, Erin. Thank you, everyone. This has been an amazing conversation. I'm excited by the momentum I feel in the room and in the Zoom room. Reach out if you need help. If you have ideas, we'd love to hear them. Let's make it an amazing artoberVA. Thank you.
Bye.